So, good evening, everybody. I sincerely want to appreciate everybody for coming for this training. My name is actually Gospa Ejakegwe, and I'm a life coach and I'm a Forex trader. Please, I'm so sorry for starting this training very late. It was due to some network problems, but thank God we have effected it now. So now we have started with today's training. Let's see exactly what we have for this training. So what we have exactly for this training is just something you would enjoy. And actually, what we're having for today's training is day one. For day one, we'll be looking at introduction to Forex trading. After introduction to Forex trading, we'll also look into exchange rates. So once we look into exchange rates, we'll now dive into how to trade Forex. They'll now look into some other things. Look at it here. Introduction, exchange rate, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and we now look finally into sentimental analysis. Let me start. So, what exactly is Forex? Forex refers to the largest financial market where currencies are bought, sold, and exchanged for one another. Unlike the stock market, it has no centralized exchange and transactions are performed over the counter. That is, participants trade with one another through a worldwide network of banks, brokers, and financial institutes. Recently, I discovered that the daily amount of money that is traded in the financial market is above $5 trillion. The daily amount of money that is traded in the forex market is above $5 trillion. And this amount, we are not saying that $5 trillion is dropped for you to make in a day. This is what every trader will trade from. If you are smart, you profit from yours. And once you profit from the amount, then it means that you have made from the $5 trillion. Now, Forex market is open 245, meaning that it is traded from Mondays to Fridays. And what time zones are we looking at? We're looking at the London section, New York, Tokyo, Zurich, Frankfurt, Hong Kong, Singapore, Paris, and Sydney. Now, it depends on the exchange active during a specific time. One can distinguish between these three sections, which are the Asia, European section, and the America section. Are you with me? Forex is very simple. Forex is just trade by barter. In those days, people always see it like when you bring a bag of yam, when you bring cola nuts, you bring so and so, you are eligible to what? To get married. And also, it's just like somebody who has beans, another one has rice. I'll give you 2 bags of beans, give you 1 bag of rice. It's just like an exchange. But in this case, what are we exchanging? We are not exchanging food. Rather, what we are exchanging here is currency pair. You either buy or you sell. That's just 2 things about Forex. Are you with me? Now, like I said, what do you do exactly in this market? You buy or you sell. Look at the green animal there. The green animal there is an indication that you buy, and the white animal there is an indication that what you sell in the forex market. Are you with me? So Forex has been what people have been trading for a long time. But I can tell you something today, that perfect traders that you see today, they trade the financial market, they have encountered their own obstacles in the forex market. So that is why exactly we can now trade easily in the forex. Because why? We have made mistakes in the past. We now see the beauty about it and we now trade. And by the grace of God, we make our money from it. Who trades Forex? We have banks. The first set of banks that trade Forex are the central banks of Nigeria. Another body that trade Forex is what? The commercial and investment banks. Example of commercial banks are EcoBank, Keystone Bank, Polaris Bank, Guaranty Trust Bank, JP Morgan's. Now, multinational corporations and individual investors. Example of individual investors we are talking about are, they are simply you and I. You and I that we know that how much do we even have that we trade in the forex market? Are you with me? How much do we have? Probably maybe the highest money one can have in the forex market is $10,000. But you cannot compare that to what banks they use in trading the market. Yes, I agree. I know that banks, they actually use our money for several businesses to make profits, in which they used to pay staff and they do some other things and they do some other sponsors outside. So, but they are actually big bosses that trade this business in the forex market. They are big bosses that trade in their headquarters that help them with these profits. Are you with me? Now, the next one is a flow chart. I have a flow chart that shows the central banks, the major banks, and the retail traders. The retail traders are actually the individual investors. Now, one thing I'll tell people, if you look at it, you see market makers and the ECN brokers. The people that actually connect us together with the major banks are the brokers. The brokers are actually the ones that connect us together. Are you with me? So when the brokers they connect us with the retail traders, what happens? We trade successfully. In those days, we don't have the brokers to trade through their mates. And how do we trade through the brokers? We trade through a platform called either MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. MetaTrader 4 and 5 is very easy to install. Are you with me? Which I will also guide you through on day 2. And I also teach you how to pick trades on MetaTrader 4 and 5. That's why you need to be very consistent with this training. We have currencies in several countries, and the currencies we have in several countries are fiat currencies. But in the forex market, there are two types of currencies: the base currency and the quote currency. The base currency is actually the first listed currency in the currency pair. For instance, while the second listed currency is called the quote currency. For instance, if you look at the currency pair, Euro USD, the base currency is Euro and USD is the quote currency. GBP AUD, the base currency is GBP and the quote currency is what? AUD. XAU USD, the base currency is XAU and the quote currency is what? US. The next one I'd like to talk about here is exchange rate. Exchange rate is the rate at which one currency will be exchanged for another. It's also regarded as the value of one country's currency in relation to another. We believe that one currency will rise against another currency. We buy the currency and we sell the weak currency. Now, the strong currency. Now, let me take you to a very good example of what I'm saying. If you come to MetaTrader trading view, this trading view, now if I come to trading view, I click on it. Once you click on charts, don't worry. Subsequent classes I'll teach you what trading view needs to be like. Now it's loading, it's open. USD is the base currency, white card is the what? The quote currency. Now, if you look at all these sections, these are tools you can play with on trading view. In fact, technical traders, they actually come to trading view, they make their analysis. I repeat, technical traders, they come to trading view to make the analysis. And the analysis will be very, very clear to them. So let's proceed. As regards the exchange rates, let's have a very good example like this. Let's say I have Euro USD. Euro is 600. Hello, I'm assuming these values. You know, truly Euro is not exactly 600. And let's say USD is 400. 600 divided by 400 is what? 1.500. Now, let's say Euro increase in the market. And I just come here, I say, Mr. Kamoru, Euro has increased to 800. Let's say this Euro now goes to 800. $800 divided by 400 is what? 2.00. So if I go from 600 to 800, that means that you can see that right here, the value has increased. So if the value has increased, what do? I buy in the forex market. If the value has increased, what do? I buy in the forex market. Now, Euro USD. Let's say Euro is dropping in this case. Drops to 300. 300 to 400. Then 300 to 400 is what? That's 0.75. Now, when Euro goes down to 300, probably the value here is what? 0.75. Hey, sorry. It will be a sell. Why is it a sell? Because on my chart, Euro has gone down. Let's go back to trading view. Let me show you some things. Okay, let's go to Forex. I'll click on Euro USD. I want to give you a good chart so that you understand what I'm doing. Wow, this is beautiful. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. I'll teach all these things later. You just be consistent. Can you see this? Can you see that on the symbol search, I have exactly Euro USD here. So can you see this sign you see here? This sign you see here, which is a sell or a what? A buy. This blue line indicates, a buy. And this red indicates a sell. If you look at it, the reason why this thing doesn't seem to be more active is to show that what? Your value here, this one is not connected to a broker. And this is also not connected to a broker. Can you see? That's why you have it. But normally, the blue line you see here is an indication that the market is going up for a buy, and this is a symbol of sell. So when this is a swing up, can you see? As this candle, these things are called candle. As it's going up, that's an indication that this is a buy. Then once this one starts coming down, as you are seeing it, that's an indication that what? It is a sell. This one that is going down is what? An indication that what? It is a sell. So these blue lines or these blue candles, rectangular bars, indicates a buy, and the red candles coming down indicate what? Is sell. The red candles coming down, they indicate what? Is sell. So that's that. I will teach you if you are consistent, like I said in this class. You are very consistent with this training. I'll teach you some deeper things. The next one is technical analysis. Technical analyst is a trader that uses charts to predict the forex market. Like me, I am mostly a technical analyst. And what I do is I use charts to make all my analysis. I'm a technical analyst and I use charts to make all my analysis. Look at this. A technical trader will come here and go to use indicators to predict his trade. A technical trader will come here and click search for moving average. Let's say I use this moving average. Let's say I use this moving. A technical trader will come here and click on moving average. Let's say a technical trader comes here and click on, let me even go to simple moving average. Moving average, updated. Wow, it's not updated. Can you see? So it comes here, clicks on moving average, and you see that a line appeared here. A moving average is simply an indicator whereby a technical trader can use to predict whether he or she can buy or sell in the forex market. That's exactly what a moving average is used for. Then let's say what this technical trader will now do. He will now use this moving average. Don't worry, I'll teach you moving average later. I don't want to start teaching you some deeper things so I don't get confused there. I'll teach you that later. But as it stands, since the candles are below this moving average, is an indication that this market is going on a sell. Look at where the market has started going down. The moving average, the candles crossed, whenever candle crossed above a moving average, an indication of its buy. And when it goes below, it's a sell. Can you see that this candles went below this moving average and it was a sell? Can you see it? So don't worry, I'll teach you all these things later. This is what a technical analyst does. The last one is sentimental analysis. Who is a sentimental analyst? A sentimental analyst is a person that trades based on people's prediction. Let me repeat myself. A sentimental analyst are those that trade based on people's prediction. How do I mean? Look at this. You see net long and net short. A net long is a trader. Are those traders that actually, or predictions that this blue is longer than this red. So what do you do here? You enter this market as a buy. A bullish situation is also a situation whereby, if you look at it, you see that this candle, this blue, is going more than a sell. So you enter this market as a buy. Net short is when this red is going more than the blue. This one is going more than the blue. So you enter this market as what? As a sell. Thank you very much, class. I just need a short word. I want to say some little things with you. I just want to say something briefly with you. Forex business is not a get rich quick. It's not a get rich quick business. I repeat, Forex business is not a get rich quick business. Please, a successful Forex trader is a trader that is not greedy. Is a trader that is patient. And is a trader that doesn't tend to, that doesn't have the vision that I'm coming to the market to make all the money. I have a slogan, and that slogan is, you must be patient. Apart from you being patient, you must never be greedy. I want to tell you something today. I am confident to teach because I even have a past student who is presently in the class, and his name is Mr. Onobu, Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew is one of my past students. Probably he saw my advert in our join, and you can see, assuming I'm a criminal, or assuming I have a bad record, I wouldn't have accepted this man. When I saw this man's message in my beginner's class, I sent him the link to join. Probably, Mr. Matthew, I don't know. Mr. Matthew, can you please unmute yourself, sir? Mr. Matthew, can you please unmute yourself? I think probably he's having a network issue. Mr. Matthew is somebody who has joined this class in beginner's class, and he can even testify.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mr. Matthew. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Good evening,
Yes,
sir. Good evening, sir.
Longest time, sir. It's been long. Welcome, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening,
Thank you.
sir.
Well done, sir.
Yes, sir. How is everything with you, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
The network is now working well.
Not too, oh, yeah. I was thinking you could have
Hello,
shared.
sir.
Yes, good evening. Is it my network or your network?
It's my.
Oh, it's your network. Yeah. Because I noticed my network is stable. Class, Mr. Matthew's network is bad. I would have loved Mr. Matthew to share his experience, but I believe one of these days he will still join the class before the program finishes. Mr. Matthew, I hope you join us before the program finishes. Oh, he's having a bad network. Well, he joined us and he has had an experience of what we have done. Mr. Matthew proceeded to some classes we had, and one of these days he's going to share his experience with you, and you will see. And you know that if truly you are consistent with this training, you will get the best from this training. Are you with me? Please, I beg you. Consistency is key. If you are consistent to this training, there is no how you don't know how to trade. Let me tell you something today. I am not here to come and talk sweet talks here. There is no forex trader that does not have bad experiences. Go and make your research. Go and make your research. There is no forex trader who did not have bad experiences. But the main thing is you getting a strategy that works for you, and at the end of the day, you make more than your profits. For instance, I have a signal group. In my signal group, before anybody join, I tell them it is not compulsory. I give you signal every day. I give you signal when the market is good. That's my life. If the market is not good, I'll not give you signal. It's not as if I'll give you signal, you now fail, you now start taking my name up rather. Are you with me? So that's that. Don't forget, you must not be greedy, and you will always want to be patient in the forex market. Thank you, class. Is there anybody that wants to ask me questions before I go? Is there anybody that wants to ask me questions before I go? Is there any question for me before I go? Well, if there's no question for me, class, I want to beg you, I'll be dropping this link now. And once I drop this link for you, please, I want you to subscribe to my channel so that I get very useful videos like this. And of course, I drop videos aside from my classes. Subscribe to my channel, please. And don't forget to share with your friends. Probably you could be helping somebody. And I promise you, I'll drop the recorded version of this class to you so that you watch, and I also drop the PDF. Thank you very much, everybody, and God bless you. Good night. Mr. Matthew, please chat me, private chat me on WhatsApp. I want to discuss something with you. Thank you very much, and good night, everybody. Bye. Oh, thank you, Mr. Kamoru.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, good night, sir. Yes, sir. Chat me up, Mr. Matthew, on WhatsApp. I want to discuss some things with you, please.
Okay, I will, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.